Welcome to your favorite show, The Discussion. I'm your host, Chelsea Okonji. Welcome, thank you for joining us on the GBKM network. If you haven't yet, please download our app. You can search GBKM on iOS or Android, or you can also visit the website, go to www.gbkm.tv to be able to catch us, live shows like this one that you're watching right now, past shows, turn on your notifications, search for us on YouTube, search GBKM. You'll be able to like, comment, share, and join the discussion. Thank you for joining in. Today is actually going to be a very exciting day. So, as you know, we have our friend Kelly with us. And Kelly is going to be here throughout the show to give you profound news and just to, spice things up. Our guest today is very interesting. First of all, welcome to the month of April. The month of May, the month of April has passed, so we're getting officially closer to summer, and who isn't excited about that? So, yay. Our special guest today's topic is about celebrating, it's the third series of celebrating Africans and creatives in diaspora. So our guest today, you must have heard of him somewhere. Like, his music has traveled far and beyond. He has been acclaimed, so many awards, and he has been globally recognized as a Canadian Ghanaian artist. Please join me in welcoming Slimflex to the show.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Chelsea.
Thanks
for having me,
GBKM
Network. Thanks for having me.
So how are you today? Let's just start off with that.
Well, I'm blessed. I can't complain, even though we in COVID times, but
yeah,
I can't complain. We still have life, and we're still
exactly.
making moves. Despite the pandemic. So, yeah. We're most grateful to God.
Thank you very much for that. And you're right, we're most grateful to God, especially in this time. But what can we do? Hey, let's get right into it. So, first of all, how did you even come up with Slimflex? Like, that sounds like such a catchy
Slimflex, before, the people that know me before, I used to go by the name Flexi the Godson. Flexi the Godson, yeah.
Okay.
And I got the name Flexi from Ghana. Okay. That is from Ghana, from the secondary school days. Oh. Those times they used to call me Flex. And the Flex, Flex. And that was because, back home, when your parents are abroad and they bring you fine shoes and all those things, you're always looking hey, this guy, he like flexing, he like flexing us. So it just stuck. They started calling me Flex. And then when I came to Canada and I actually started to take the music serious, I chose Flexi, and I added the Godson because I started everything from the church, right? So I added the Godson to it. And as time went on, I came to see that a lot of people were beginning to use the name Flex this, Flex that, Flex that.
Yeah.
So I kind of looked into all the people that were named Flex. And it happened that I was the skinniest out of all of them, or let's say I'm the slimmest one out of all of them. And it didn't look like I was going to gain any weight anytime soon. So a friend of mine who is an engineer called Dr. Mo was the one that said, yo, why don't you make your name like, Slimflex, like Slimflex, So I said, okay, Slimflex sounds a bit, sexy and cool. So why not use it? So in 2008 was when I rebranded the whole thing and started using Slimflex. And 2008 till now, the name Slimflex has come to stay.
Awesome. Yeah. You need to give Dr. Mo a check. That's a very interesting story.
That's my dog from beginning. That's my nigga from beginning. So definitely he needs some tech.
That's interesting. So we're glad that you came up with this name because it's very befitting anyway, and it's easy to say. It just rolls off.
That is not nice, Chelsea. You are
No,
happy that I'm slim, man. I'm not
no,
gaining weight.
I'm not happy about the explanation. I'm happy that the name is easy and memorable. You know, it's a flex. Like you said, everybody has something to flex about these days. So
Exactly.
Slimflex is very, very easy to recognize and all of that. Speaking of, you mentioned that, you know, you started with Godson first before you went to Slim, and that your foundation was in or is in Christ. Can you speak a little bit about that? How did you get into music? Where did it start from? And how did your foundation, you know, shape where you're at right now?
Okay, so first and foremost, thank you for the question, and I would like to say a warm greeting to all your listeners once again.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, my grandmother used to be, or not used to be. My grandmother is a Pentecostal prophetess or a pastor,
Ah,
and she had a prayer camp. This was
okay.
when I was young. I'm talking when I was 6, 7. She had a prayer camp, and at the prayer camp, people came there for healing and stuff. And for some reason, I had a voice to sing gospel. So most of the times, the people that will visit the prayer camp, they will come there just to hear me sing. And they always used to tell my grandmom that your grandson really has a sweet voice. He sings like a girl, you know, because
Wow.
I was young. So my voice was little. So, you know, they were all fond of me in that. And that kind of gave me the joy to be doing songs. So it was actually when I went to the boarding house, that was from primary 4 to primary 6. I spent that in a boarding house because my father lives in abroad. You don't usually have people to take care of you. So they usually pack you guys to a boarding house onto vacation and you come home. So it
Yeah.
was at the boarding house that I actually got exposed to other sounds. Was when I actually got exposed to hip hop. I got exposed to R&B. I got exposed to dancehall. I got exposed to roots reggae.
Wow.
So it was at that time that it became that I kind of had this interest for music. And funny enough, anyone that knows my school, that is Radiant Way Preparatory at that time, till today when they see me and they know that I'm an artist, the first thing they say is that we knew, what else could you have been other than being an artist, because
So
that
they've
was
always
all you.
known.
And this was the
Wow.
fact that at the boarding house, when it came to Sundays, we had church services, and it is me who usually leads the praises and the worship for the church service.
Wow.
Then this is the irony of it though. Then on Saturday, that is when we have entertainment, or what we call variety night. It's still this same
The same.
Slimflex who you know is the one that is doing the rap for them to dance. So any so any rap song that came to the school,
You
I
would do
introduced
it.
it. Any dance that came to the school, I
You
introduced
introduce
it.
it.
So so it's like even from then, this passion about music was in me. And so I
Wow.
started experimenting with other type of music, and I got my biggest break. I got my biggest break at an early age on an educational program in Ghana
Okay.
for students. But then you do activities. So you do, when it gets to your time to do an activity, you choose what you want to do. And I chose to do rap.
Was this
So
still in grade
my
school?
first, yes, my
Oh.
first rap song that I did, rap song that I did was actually to represent my school at that event.
Wow.
And the song was simple. Uh, Bleaching, never good thing for you and me, woman. Come on again.
Hey.
Bleaching,
Okay.
never good thing for you and me. You know, like, you know, we were just trying to preach positivity, that bleaching was
Yeah.
not good. At that time, you are in school. So your
Yeah.
thing got to be, and then as I did the rap to this chorus that I sang, even the host of the program was like, wow. So from there, it's like everyone started, you know, making your head swell. Oh, you know, anytime we go to any school competition, it's okay. We would also bring Slimflex, or we would also bring Kwesi, you know. So that is how it came. And then we moved it to Canada, where we
Wow.
actually took it to a next level in the year 2004. In the year 2007, I dropped my first album, which was called Royalty, or This Year.
Yeah.
And then from there, I dropped subsequent albums. Got signed to a Nigerian label, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact. Got signed to a Nigerian label, Odd Rough Records, which played a major role in my musical part, because they
Wow.
gave me the freedom to be able to create, to be
Yeah.
creative and just create and not feel any way about it. So Odd Rough was the foundation when I actually said I was doing actual music. He gave me the like the opportunity among with other artists for us to form the Ordroff record company. So after Ordroff, now I had to take destiny into my own hands and try to work on myself. So for about 8 years, I built my brand in Toronto. For the people that know me, I built my brand, and I also ended up signing a next deal with a Jamaican label this time around, which also did me good because gave me enough exposure to go outside of my community, to be able to be relevant in the Caribbean community and also to mingle with the Caribbean community. I had an opportunity to go to Jamaica 3 times, you know, to shoot a video, record in Jamaica, shoot a video in Jamaica, mingle with the people, they play shows in Jamaica. So Diet Monkey Entertainment also took me from there. But as we speak now, I'm right now, by God's grace, I have my own record label, and I'm the first artist to start with myself because I'm feeling that after spending 10 years in the game, it's only right for you to start taking things into your own hands and work for yourself, because that is the only way you get paid. So right now we have Slimflex Music Group, which is an indie record label registered with the Canadian government, registered with SOCAN, and we've released our first single, which is Ohima, my latest single actually, and it is actually doing good. So this is where we are, getting ready to release the next one. I hope I answered you right.
Yes, you did. You gave me more than I even expected. I'm so excited. My viewers will be excited too, because you have just given us such an in-depth into who you are, how your story is, the exposure. It's been about 10 years in the game, even more self, because you discovered this talent from as little as grade school, and you have just run with it. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on being, signed to all the various labels you have, whether the Nigerian, the Jamaican, and even to owning your own. It just shows like the progression from the beginning to where you're at right now. Speaking of the Jamaican label, I also noticed that a lot of people actually think that you're Jamaican from the, sometimes the way you speak to the label you signed. To visiting them. You even shot a video there. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Is there a story to it? It's like, what happened?
Okay, so my love for Jamaica, is simple.
Okay.
Ghana and Jamaica, or let's say, especially, it's actually, because we are the same people. It's Nigeria and Ghana. It's actually the same cousins. So cousins. If you look at if you look at, we are from the same mother but different fathers, if you kind of look at it, right? All right. Jamaica for time has been the most branded country in the whole world. When you go to the Caribbean, even when you go to the Middle East, it is not everywhere you will see an American flag or a Canadian flag.
Yes, that's true.
But Jamaican flag or the Rastafarian flag is everywhere in the world. That is why the name Jamaica is the most branded name in the whole world, period. So when I moved to Canada, and when I was in Ghana, we used to have these books where we used to call them patois books. They are written in English, and then they'll say it in patois. So we used to buy them and study them, because if you watch closely, Ghana lost the whole reggae vibe stuff, because if you live in Ghana and it is Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 12, all you are going to hear is reggae. Exactly. So reggae music is something that we were influenced with from when we were young. So me now traveling to Canada, the place my dad took me to was Tandridge. And Tandridge was full of Jammu people there. Jammu. And this is an African boy who has just come to Canada. Exactly. Who don't even know that not every black person you see is not from Ghana. I used to call every black person sister I saw auntie. No. Until one day somebody have to correct me and said, I'm not your auntie.
I'm not your auntie.
No. So Jamaica love has been there. And it's because the school I went to, TCI, and where I lived, they were the only people I was around. Yeah. And since I was around them, I had no choice but to force to learn the lingo. Yeah. So like my record, my former record label, Diet Monkey like this, when they met me, I was already speaking the patois, and sometimes he gets shocked. He's like, why do people think I'm the one who is turning you into Jamaica? You are even turning me into Jamaica than I am, because because when we went to Jamaica, for instance, in the streets of Jamaica, Chelsea, I wish you were there to see it.
I wish
the way
so
the people,
too.
it's like the way people vibe to me. I was like, wow.
Wow.
And
They didn't know
anytime I
that you were
opened
not
my
Jamaican,
mouth,
right?
what they loved was the fact that I spoke to them in patois, right?
Wow.
However, when the time comes for me to get Africanized and I start saying "ewo" and giving them the African, that is when they love me the more. That is when it's like the moment they see my face, they start "ewo, ewo." It's like they don't understand it, but it is something they love. So that kind of gave me the courage that, listen, I could be the gap, or I could be the bridge between
these two
Ghanaian or African diaspora and the Caribbean. That is, i.e. Jamaica. So I took that as a good ambassadorship thing to do, to make sure that I went to Ghana, I promoted Jamaica, I go to Jamaica, I promoted Ghana. You understand? Awesome. So it is like it became something to the point where, your African people, some of them stopped listening to my music. Some of them actually stopped supporting me because they said, right now, this boy is Jamo. This boy right now is Jamo. But at the end of the day, the true supporters who saw the impact of me switching were happy that I did that switch, because I was in the African community looking for management, hard to find management. Everybody don't want to put money into anything. True. So everybody is, So for me to now be belonging to a Jamaican label and being able to make a lot of gains with that, tells you my love for Jamaica. And their food is just like our food. Obviously. You understand? They have cornmeal food for, I gathered today have 10 cornmeal. We also have it, they eat it with fish. They eat them with fish. Yes. You understand? They have akara. We have akara for them. Well. So it's like everything we eating is the same thing they have. So for me, Jamaica is a country I love. I studied the patois because I wanted to be able to communicate effectively with them. So that is why if you hear people think I'm Jamaican, and maybe because of this hair too, we don't go carry from my head. We make them.
For the viewers who don't know, patois is the widely accepted language of Jamaica. So if you want to communicate with them, it's like, for Nigerians, like your Pidgin English. For Ghanaians, it's like, from where you are. Broken English, exactly. Yes. So he's now well versed in patois. Do you speak your traditional Ghanaian language as well? We have about 47 dialects in Ghana. Okay. Out of the 47 dialects, I speak 26. Wow. I understand 37. What? And the rest is because I never grew up from those sides, so I couldn't catch on to it. But I know, because Hausa is spoken in Ghana. Yes, it is. I understand Hausa, even though I can't speak it fluently, but I understand Hausa a lot. That's interesting. And then there's a lot of, I could speak Fanti, and I could speak Asante Tree. I could speak Ekwapim Tree. Wow. I could speak Gan. I could speak Adangbe. That is the Krobo. I understand Ewe. I could speak a bit of that too. Wow. There are so many of them. Like I'm like that. If I tell you I could speak Yoruba, you'll be shocked. I will be shocked. Now, if I'm to switch into my Yoruba. or my Igbo face, then say problem don't happen, because we not Benin people. Say we they come from that side. Now we they give Oba wife. So we are very important people for our country. So it's like that. That is natural. It's like I can be what I want to be if I put my mind to it. There you have it, viewers. He is very well versed in the African languages, especially the ones between Ghana, Nigeria, and Jamaica. So you cannot sell this man.
Don't try to sell me.
Don't try. He will bring back change for you. But before we let you go, we cannot let you go without having you at the very least, say something in patois for us. Just say something to our viewers on the discussion.
Yeah. All right. No. So Right up, straight up and down. Big up GBKM Network and all the follower them and all the listener them. You understand? So boy Slimflex in here. All we are doing if you try to propagate the good news. You understand? Always keep a positive vibe and always make sure say everything real and everything there. See it? Up and running.
Viewers are really excited. We're going to take a short break right now. When we come back, we're going to be discussing more about your music and your creative process. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is not your regular show. It is an interactive section powered by the masses.
You go to Nigeria, you wake up, you go come. I just said now, I don't go to Nigeria.
Where we discuss issues that cut across politics, security, health, current affairs, governance, and so much more, with slices of humor to keep you entertained and thrilled. We are the GBKM Street Talk Team.
GBKM TV, the station with a vision. GBKM TV, the station with a difference now. Slimflex said so. Big up Ghana, up.
Welcome back to the discussion. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Chelsea Okonji. And on today's show, we have a very special guest, Slimflex. He has been giving us some gems. He has been giving us some insights as to how his creative process works and where his inspiration came from to music. Now we're just going to go right back into it and continue talking about this process. Thank you again for being here, Slimflex. And just before
Thank you, Chelsea. Keep smiling. That is all I want you to do. Just keep smiling.
Awesome. I'm definitely going to keep smiling. My viewers are also smiling as we're getting this exclusive about you and getting to know you more. Now, tell us a little bit about your creative process. Like, how do you write your songs yourself? What inspires you? And those kind of things.
All right. So, like Jay-Z said, I'm a writer, not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others.
Okay.
God being so good, He's blessed me with an impeccable pen. And whenever I pen down music, anyone that really wants real music, not hype music, real music, when you listen to my song, I put a lot of work into my music.
Yes.
And I believe that is why a company, such a company at GBKM, forever as I've known them, has always kept me under their radar and has always supported my stuff. Because my thing is original. GBKM plays my videos, plays my interviews and stuff for me to. And yes, clap for them. I mean, people don't even know how important this network is, eh?
Yes.
But at a point, I will tell you something, Chelsea, maybe at that time you had not come. But at the point, GBKM was the only medium for we, the Africans, as the mouthpiece. And this was because most radio stations that started, they couldn't keep it up. They couldn't keep it up. You understand? And that is why whenever Kenny calls me, I can never say no matter what it is.
Here. We appreciate
because he has put in the work and has proven that if you roll with it, they said if you want to be rich, roll with rich people.
Yes.
So if you want to be smart, you roll with smart people. And he's a smart, intelligent man who has impacted us so much time. There was a point where he even had a problem with some of the Nigerian community because he was showing me too much. Because he was showing me too much love. I didn't understand why I'm Ghanaian, and he was projecting me on a traditionally based thing. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that my pen game is impeccable. I take my time to write sensible stuff. And that doesn't mean that I take long to do a song. I could finish a song in 1 hour. I could finish a song in 30 minutes based on the vibe that I have. But my thought process or my creative process has always been the inspiration from God. Because without him, I wouldn't know what topic to use or how to go about it. So the author and finisher of my faith is the actual center of my creativity. And then since I live on earth, the environment that I find myself in, the situations that I find myself in, it's like I have a song called We Going Higher and Higher. We never go give up. It doesn't matter what they do, doesn't matter what they say, we are still gonna stay on top. Hear me now. And I sang that song at a point in my life where I felt like everyone was against me as an artist. Because, Chelsea, the sad thing was that if you wanted to call top 3 artists in Toronto, you couldn't bypass Slimflex.
Wow.
But because of the ill mouth, that people were saying, it was hard for people to even discover the talent that I had in me. You understand? So at that point in my life, I was like, no matter what they're gonna do, I'm still gonna be the king of this thing. No matter how they cut the slice, at the end of the day, no matter how you ridicule Slimflex, no matter how you think he's not good, at the end of the day, when you come to the Canadian Afrobeat section, everybody knows Slimflex has paid his dues. Slimflex is still working because, I mean, like Chelsea, the sad thing is that I started with a whole bunch of people. And Kenny knows that. And most of those people gave up because they didn't believe in the craft they had, or they didn't get the support they needed.
Wow.
But with me, whether with the support or not the support, I still kept it on. And I've been going strong, 15 strong years.
Wow.
And I'm still not even a big household name yet. And I'm still working. You understand?
Wow.
So is that. And then one more thing where, if you want to talk about the processing of me doing it, sometimes I get melodies in my head and I send it to producers and they play beats for me. And then I fill in words with the melody that I've created.
Wow.
Sometimes too, I get a beat and I create a song with the beat that I'm given. Okay. And that is all based on what I want to do. The only critique that I have about myself is that I don't know why, but I always tend to write more love songs than other songs. So maybe as time goes on, I will try to, right now I'm doing good in writing other materials other than always being love. But if you listen to me, you can listen to 10 songs from me and I'll tell you 9.9 or 9.5 of it is love songs. So other than that little hitch that I have, that I will be able to write other songs or talk about other issues. And it's not that I don't talk about them, but when I get the inspiration to write, it's usually about love that I write about. So it's either I get the beat and I write it, or I sing the song and the beat is created for me. And
I would say you're on the right track because Africans in general are obsessed with love songs. In fact, the more love songs, the better. We can never have enough. And who can never have enough of love songs in this world, to be honest? So I would say that keep doing what you're doing. I also understand that you are a father of, beautiful daughters. How has that changed your life or impacted your music in any way?
They are the reason why I'm here and still alive. Because where I want to see them, they've not reached there. Yeah. So I need to fight hard till I see them where I want them to reach, or where they need to be, or where they deserve to be. God has blessed me so good with 4 amazing daughters. Wow. Beautiful ones. My first one is Gabriella, who is 13 years old. I have Elsie, who is 11. I have Jesslyn, who is 6 turning 7. And then I have Eliani, who is around 3, 4.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, who is going towards that, yeah. So God has blessed me a lot. I can't even complain. And the joy, the joy about this is that Chelsea, sometimes you go out there and your day is all messed up. Yeah. And funny enough, the moment I open my door and I hear daddy, just that alone, yes. It makes you see that, hey, right now you are not a small boy no more. People depend on you now. So everything you do must be things that will benefit the kids. So I thank God and shout out to my baby mom. She's been an awesome lady, giving me opportunity with my kids every time. Awesome. And raising amazing kids together. She has played her part. She keeps playing her part. I respect her for that. May God bless her wherever she is, and may she keep doing and being amazing to these kids for me.
Amen. So just before we round up, we're getting closer to the end of this interview. Unfortunately, we want to touch on the thing you came out there during the protest, during the time of NSAS, and you came together with a couple of artists. and you were able to, lend your voice for a good cause. Can you speak a little bit more about this and why, even though, you're Ghanaian, Canadian, you still came together for this issue that was predominantly Nigerian?
Yes. Okay, so NSAS movement is something that we didn't like. I mean, the act that was going on, it was necessary that we bring the NSAS to the forefront, because we can't sit down and allow authorities to take the power into their own hands and treat their own citizens as animals. Yes. What broke my heart and what really sparked my anger for this that protest was the Lekki shooting. Yes. I don't know why a human being will off a light and shoot other people in the dark. That didn't make sense to me. I wasn't happy with that. And we all saw the publications and stuff. So as I saw my brothers, if we eat together, drink together, and do all these things together, and their country has a problem, me as the primal Ghanaian artist in Canada, it's only right that I lend my voice to my brothers, because I believe if it is Ghana that had this problem, Nigeria would have helped us. And I always remember people and cast people's mind back to when President Kufuor came and Ghana police was in shambles. It took the Nigerian government to give us some vehicles to equip our police people. Not only that, when it comes to electrical power, even though I know NEPA, you people had power problem, Nigeria was always giving us gas until we discovered our own gas to be able to power our thing. So if Nigeria is in trouble, Ghana is in trouble. And when you go to the foreign world, you have other African countries, but the two countries that most people mention is Nigeria and Ghana. And true. So exactly. And so for me, it was something personal. It was something that I felt we should make a bold statement to tell the government that, listen, the days of propaganda is over. The days when we couldn't read and write and differentiate between good and evil is over. This time around, we know good governance because we have traveled to Canada, we have traveled to America, we have traveled to Germany. We see how countries run. And this is not what they're doing for us. So it was good for us to learn our voice. And I thank my brothers for having me on there.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for even lending your voice. That was a very perfect example of solidarity. You showed it at the time where it needed to be shown, despite from where you're from. As long as you're African and you see any injustice, even if you're not African, injustice, you speak up for it. You have to speak against it. Yes. Last but not least, what do you think your fans do not know about you? So what is it that's... First of all, I can say that they don't know you're a comedian.
Well, that part, because that was what I was going to say.
Okay.
I was going to say that one thing they don't know about me is that I'm a very jovial and comic person, if that is the best way to put it. I could make you laugh when the need be, and I get serious when the need be. So that's something I think my fans would have to know. I don't think people give me credit enough for me being funny, but I think one day GBKM have to host a comedy night supported by Slimflex and put it on the stage so that these people will know that be only music man single, but man is an entertainment facility on
his own.
Exactly, walking entertainment facility,
There you had it, viewers. Thank you so much, Slimflex, for coming on the show. It has been an absolute pleasure having you here. We have come to the end of our interview and the discussion in general. If you would like to catch this, or catch us live, just tune in to GBKM. Download the app, search GBKM on iOS or Android to be able to subscribe to our latest shows, to be able to check the previous shows, and you can also check our website on www.gbkm.tv. Remember that every topic starts with a discussion, and we'll see you here next week, same time, same place.
GBKM TV, the station with a vision. GBKM TV, the station with a difference now. Slimflex said so. Big up Ghana, up. And stop us from our land. We want justice, we need peace, and this brutality from the police. The youth's done fed up, and this brutality. Everybody fed up. Change our mentality. People them are dying for nothing.
Politicians use us for coffin. Really need to find a solution. I tire for the hate, tire for the rape, tire for intimidation, Africa they face. Tire for the endless starvation my people are facing now. We want justice, we need peace, and this brutality from the police. The youth's done fed up, and this brutality. Everybody fed up, change our mentality. I prefer better Niger. Same story all the time. No light, no road, no hospital. Now which kind country be this? Operation every day. Killing my people every day. Africa, one day, change must come. FA to HD. So suffer, we dey suffer. Government people make me wonder. They carry gun.
This is not your regular. It is an interactive section powered by the masses.
Why you go to Nigeria? You wake up, you go come. Ask yourself now. I don't go to Nigeria.
Where we discuss issues that cut across politics, security, health, current affairs, governance, and so much more. Slices of humor to keep you entertained and thrilled. We are the GBKM Street Talk Team.
GBKM TV, the station with a vision. GBKM TV.